Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I have always been a list keeper. It helps me stay organized. And I also think it's great to every once in a while to go back and summarize an issue to put it all in perspective because we lose sight. What I'm going to do today is I am going to take you through all the laundry list of everyone who was against and is against Trump. And I'm going to ask a rhetorical question is, think about how much those organizations and groups control, and think about how many people are corporate and political slaves because they work for these organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, the number of people who are independent from what I'm about ready to tell you is about this much in American society today. Let's begin. First and foremost, the media. What everybody refers to as the mainstream media. You got television, right? Everybody in television is against Trump. Very few people. You've got the print media. I mean, think about that. You got CBS, NBC, MSNBC, all of the television news. Then you got the print media, Washington Post, New York Times. Then you got the internet, Huffington Post. I mean, it's all of those organizations are against Trump. And think about all the people who work for those organizations, all the way down to local television. Do you think in Cincinnati area, people who work for Channel 5, 9, 12, 19, and the Enquirer can speak their mind? Not a chance. Then you got social media. And who are the big ones out there that we now know clearly control? Twitter, Facebook, not to mention Google. They're all part. And just think of how many people they employ and how much power they have, all against Trump. Then we got corporate America. You got all the big corporations in Wall Street. Now, remember, anecdotally, I talked to somebody that worked at Procter & Gamble a couple weeks ago, and she said they can't say anything. I spoke to somebody that works at Xavier University, said they can't say anything. Mouth shut. Then you've got international corporations. I mean, multinational corporations. You think they can say anything? No. Then you have the entertainment industry. And let's cover the magnitude of that. The music industry. I mean, maybe you got a few country music folks that can say something pro-Trump, but not really. The entire music profession. Then you got the movies profession. Hollywood. Hell, China's buying them. Then you got television. Then you got sports. Think about how politically correct you have to be in that entire industry. Think about how many people they employ. Pretty amazing. Then we have academia. First, the colleges. Colleges which China is buying, really, with their influence. It's not just Ivy League. Do you think John Calipari can speak his mind at UK? No. He has to come out and ask Big Blue Nation to support Black Lives Matter. John Calipari would be fired if he says anything that doesn't toe that line. And this goes all the way down to local school boards. Do you think somebody in Cincinnati Public Schools or Kenton County, Boone County, Campbell County, any place in public school system can speak their mind? They would be fired. Then you have the Democratic Party. By the way, think about how many people are employed at all these universities, UC, Xavier, Northern. Look at all of those corporate slaves. All of them. School boards. Look at all the teachers. All the people are employed at schools. They can't say a word. Then you got the Democratic Party. National, state, local. All of them. But you even have some Republicans like Mike DeWine. Think about how many people are employed by those political parties. Then you got the fascist organizations, Antifa and others. There's a lot of organizations. Think about where they're coming from, what they're doing to the country, how they oppose Trump. Next, we turn to government. This is my favorite. You have swamps on the federal, state, and local level. Think about the layers of government and how many people are employed by those governments. And they can't say a word either. Think about Congress, politically correct. Think about the judicial branch, judges, off the charts. You've got states, county, local, cities. Think about how many people are employed by all our state governments, all of our cities, all of our towns, school organizations, the judges' offices, the county clerks. Think about all that government, all those people that work for them. Not for Trump. Not for Trump. They get paid no matter what. Corporate political slaves. Then we have foreign powers. Look at their influence. China, Russia, Canada, Europe, all against Trump. Look at their influence. So in summary, we got the media, social media, corporations, the entertainment industry, academia, the Democratic Party, the fascist organizations, government, and foreign powers. All against Trump. Why? Why would they be against Trump? Energy dependence? Take care of America first? Protect American workers through tariffs and trade? Help American business with less regulation? No open borders? You can go on, pro-life. You can go strong military. You can go on and on and on. Why would all of these people oppose those sound, normal, common sense policies that you and I and any right-thinking American would say, well, that makes sense? Because they lose their power. They lose their control. They all want to sit at the trough. One of the things, I became a very significant investor in the stock market this past year. And one of the things that blew me away that I've learned is how the stock market needs, these corporations need so much government money. The market goes up when there's a stimulus. It's unbelievable how corporate America is tied to government. Big corporate America. Not your small shops and your medium shops. The big corporations. They walk hand in hand with our government. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, what I just outlined is what Trump fought and won in 2016. It's also what he fought and won in 2020, but for all the shenanigans. I tell you one thing I'm really proud of, that over 70 million Americans, despite all of that power, all of that influence, voted for Trump. It's pretty amazing. Folks, we need to push back against all of that power every single day. Fortunately for me, they can't do a damn thing to me. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope America's best days are still ahead.